Hello, everybody. Hello. Hope you're all having a good evening. Thank you for coming to the party, to the 20K. Actually, we're at 21K now. Party. Can everybody hear me all right? Don't know if my microphone's working properly. It's been a long time since I've done a live stream, so I don't know if it's working. Just give me a shout. Just let me know whether you can hear or not. And then hi, Diane. Sounds great. Right. Excellent. I was a bit worried about the Wi-Fi tonight because we're not always, good. Not too loud, I hope, because I can be a bit too loud, especially at parties. So nice to see you all. Nice to see you. Hi, Bruce. Yeah. I don't know the Queen song. Right. So I thought I would get kickstarted. I've got a bit of an agenda because that's just how I work. I know it's meant to be a party and it's meant to be chill, but I have got a bit of a plan. Hiya, Phil. Nice to see you. Hiya. You can hear, Arizona. Oh, wow. That is a long way away. Well, the power of the internet. Nice one. Oh, hiya, Julie. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. So I thought we'd start off. I've got the disco going. I thought I might put us a little bit of music in the background, actually. I think I can do that. Just bear with me because we've got all this fandangly stuff on this programme. So what have we got here? Thought we'd have a little bit of music in the background. It's like we're at a party. There we go. I won't do it too loud. I don't want everybody shouting. If it's too much, let me know. I'll turn it off. Hiya, Carl. Hiya, Matt. So I thought we'd start off. I said at the beginning that I was going to do some mead. I was going to do a cocktail at first, and then I thought, no, history. We all love history, so let's have some mead. So hands up in the comments if you've ever had mead before. And I've got 3 varieties of mead. Not that I'm addicted to alcohol or anything. So I've got the original mead. I have got the elderflower mead. I'm not sponsored, by the way. No, you don't want me to sing, trust me. And I've got the dark mead. So I'm going to go for one of these. I think I'm going to go for original. What is everybody else having? This is for the toast, by the way, because I thought to kickstart the party and to celebrate the 21K. Then we need to do a little bit of a toast. So it depends. You whatever you've got, cup of tea, even lemonade. You don't like mead, honey mead. Yeah, honey mead's nice, really sweet. Never tried mead. Okay, so it's do you? Right. So this is my mead. So if you haven't tried mead, it's quite sweet. It's like honey. I think you can make it yourself, but I've got some fun facts for you, actually. I've prepared these. Let's have a look. Fun facts about mead. Here we go. So it is one of the world's oldest drinks. It is older than wine and beer. It was discovered accidentally when rainwater seeped into honeycombs and fermented naturally with wild yeast. And the ancient Greeks called it the nectar of the gods. So I like it. The first time I ever tried it was at Lindisfarne, which is the Holy Island, Northumberland way on. Has anybody been to Lindisfarne? It's absolutely fabulous. It's where the Vikings, lots of Viking history and stuff there. St. Cuthbert and all that over there. Lemon tea, that's good. Fish finger sandwich. Oh, nice. Cherry Coke for you, brilliant. Tea again. 1 p.m. Yeah, a little bit too early. What day? It would be Saturday there. Are you behind or are you in front? Orange squash for Phil. Are you working again tomorrow, Phil? So, right. So I've got my mead. Lindisfarne, a rock band was named after it. Oh, really? Or in a red wine. Nice one. Oh, yeah. Winter. I love a red wine in winter. It's just great, isn't it? Friday. Right. Friday, 1 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, working again. Bless you. You've got to drink water. Oh, no. Oh, I hope you're feeling better soon. Right then. So I think we'll start. So I want to say thank you to every single one of you, because you don't know how much it means to me, the support that you share. Every time you comment on a video, every time you comment on a social media post, or you give me a like. Even watching the video, it really boosts the algorithm, and it's the only way that I can do it without paying loads of money for adverts to help boost the channel. So it's down to you guys, and that's why we're at 21k, and I'm really, really grateful. So cheers, everyone. Thanks for coming to the party. I thought I might be sat here on my own. Oh, yes, it's still nice. Yep. Beer here in Germany. It's got to be beer in Germany. Hobgoblin. Oh, nice. It's been a while since I've had a hobgoblin. Oh no, you've got a virus. It's that time of year, isn't it? Water. Oh no. I had mead in the past. I was not mad about it. Just okay, just to taste it. I got a cider at the moment. Yeah, can't beat a cider, Bruce. Going on, Claire. Sing for. I don't know. You really don't want to hear me sing tonight, especially not after I've had about 10 glasses of mead. Lindisfarne. Oh right, I don't think I've heard of that. I love music, but don't take me to a music quiz because I am just going to fail. I do put a lot of work into my videos. Thank you for noticing. An open bottle of spirits. An open bottle is an empty bottle. That's the only trouble. So thank you. Yeah. So I have had some PayPal donations this week as well. People saying thank you for that Pierpoint video. So I do appreciate it because all that money just goes back into tickets, fuel, books, all that sort of stuff that helps me. Because obviously I'm financing this. AD helps me out as well. But we are financing this channel ourselves, obviously, because it's just a bit of a hobby. Well, it's meant to be a bit of a hobby, but I've got a bit of an obsession, to be honest with you. You don't have a drink. Glad I found it. Oh, you found it just before Halloween. Awesome. Really? Have you got some psychedelic honey from Nepal? That's amazing. I'm at 21,300 subscribers, Foggy Mountain Witch. Oh my goodness. How amazing is that? That is so awesome. You don't, honestly, Malcolm, you don't want to hear me sing. It's not going to be pretty. So yeah, thank you. And I was going to read a special thank you to the members, because you guys are paying a monthly contribution to help me out. And I know you get your little emojis and you also get your members only videos, but I do like to occasionally shout out to say thank you to yours. So I'm going to read all the names of the members that we've currently got. So thank you to Lads on the Trails. Thank you to Dan DeLench. Dan also joins us in the Facebook page quite a lot, so that's nice. Thank you to Matt Abson. Matt, he obviously recently sent me some money as well for a nice piece of cake. So I do love cake, so that was really appreciated. Thank you to David Knowles. Thank you to Stephen Conlon. Thank you to Abigail Wolf, and thank you to John. John, I don't know your surname, but thank you. So do appreciate it. And it's, if you do want to join, it's $2.99 a month. It really helps me out. You get loyalty badges, you get your own custom emojis. We're going to start doing some members only live chat, but I'm not going to forget about you guys because I know that not everybody can commit to a monthly amount. So that is absolutely fine. Right. Shall we move on to the first thing, which is ghosts? So I asked a couple of weeks ago, I asked you all to, if you had a ghost story, to send me it in, and there was absolutely loads of people that commented to me. It was brilliant. So I got emails, I got comments on the comment thing, and I siphoned through them all, and I've picked 3 for tonight that I thought were particularly spooky. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to turn the disco off. Bear with me. Bear with. I'm going to change the screen so it's a little bit spookier. I'm going to turn this music off actually, because it's doing my head in already. Right. Okay, so the music's coming off. The ghost stories. Hang on. We're gonna get rid of the disco because you wouldn't have a disco ghost. And we're going to start the ghost stories. Right, I'll try to make that a little bit spooky then. Sorry, I am new to this and not really sure what I'm doing. But who's having? So you get, yeah, you're getting some real ghost stories. So thank you, massive thank you to everybody that sent them in. These are quite spooky. Are you ready? Glass of wine, no cake. Oh, do send me a true ghost story, Kevin. I like to read the true ghost stories. Right, so are we ready? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read each one. And I'm going to get you guys to let me know on, let's have a spookometer scale. So from 1 to 10, how spooky do you think it is? And have you had a similar experience? Oh, we've got a new member. Hello, John. Thank you for becoming a member. So are you ready for the first ghost story, guys? Right. Let me just put it onto the screen. So this is story number 1. And it is from one of our subscribers, Grey Metal Webs. I think I have seen you in the chat somewhere this evening. Nickname Spider, if you want to call him Spider. So this story came in to tell me about a haunting in Knapton on the Hill in Warwickshire. It was a Sunday afternoon around 3 o'clock back in the summer of 1992. And this person had gone with their mum and a friend to visit a grave in the churchyard of St. Lawrence's. The place was quiet and there was nobody else around. As they walked around the church, the sound of the organ started playing from inside. His mum said, "Don't go in, there must be a service." But 3 o'clock seemed an odd time for that, so curiosity got the better of him. He stepped inside and the organ instantly fell silent. The church was completely empty and the organ itself was locked. How creepy is that? Later, he learned that the church is said to be haunted by 2 Elizabethan sisters who kneel at the altar in prayer. Locals have seen them over the years, even the caretaker who told him they never caused any harm, she simply leaves them to pray. Since that day, he's never heard the organ again, but the church still has an atmosphere, cold, still, and somehow aware. Even the bell is said to have tolled before even when the tower is locked. It's a beautiful, peaceful place, but one that clearly holds its secrets. Yes, that is you. So I think that's a really spooky story, to go into a church because you've heard the organ playing and then you walk in and it stops playing. And then to hear from the caretaker that those little girls have been seen praying by the altar. I mean, that'd make a great BBC ghost drama. So what does everybody think? And how are we going to rate it on the spookometer level? 1 to 10. How spooky is Spider's story about the organ playing to itself? It is spooky. My late mother told me a ghost story when I was a young child. I'm just going to highlight. Here we go. There we go. That's Spider. So thank you for your ghost story. It is a great story. 8. Oh, are we doing 1 is the scariest? And let's do 10 as super scary, 1 as not very scary. So, sorry, I should have said that at the beginning. Knapton on the Hill is not far from where I live in Warwickshire. Oh, Bruce, you'll have to pop down and see if anything spooky happens. Oh, no, Taz, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, bless you. Right, we'll catch up later. Diane, 7. Yeah, 7. That was a weird story. Yeah, 7. I've got another 7 from Phil. I was at a ghost hunt in a Catholic school and we got the most beautiful organ music out of our ghost box. Ooh. 7, we've got yeah, so it is you're giving it a 5, Bruce? Yeah, 8. 8. I think it is a pretty spooky one, that. I think sometimes churches, though, they can be a bit spooky. But if the caretaker said that those little girls were not doing any harm, then maybe it's not a problem. Right, are we ready for the next spooky story? Drum roll. Did it give you goosebumps? Yeah, I bet it's an experience you would never forget. Story number 2. I've called it The Boy on the Landing. Now, this was sent in to me by Susie. Susie has got her own YouTube channel called Fort Spooky. So if you are into the sort of, I mean, obviously, as a lot of you know, I am not a ghost hunter. I'm not a paranormal researcher. I don't have all the gear. I don't start doing all that sort of stuff. I'm here for the stories and the history. There's loads of other people out there doing a much better job at the actual ghost hunting sort of things. So I'll leave that to them. So Susie is one of those. So she sent me in this story. And do check out her channel if you're interested. But when Susie was about 7 years old, she had long hair, so long that it reached her waist, and every night she would tie it up before bed. She always slept with the landing light on, but when her parents went to bed, they would switch it off. One night she woke up to fix her ponytail. She glanced towards the landing and she froze. Standing just outside her bedroom door was a little boy. He was facing away from her, motionless, but she couldn't scream or move. She just stared, paralyzed, and then he began to turn. That sort of broke the spell for her. She dived under the covers and she hid until she finally fell asleep. The memory never left her, and years later she began researching the house, and she discovered that during the Second World War, a young boy had lived there as an evacuee. There wasn't a record of his death, but could it have been him? What's even stranger, though, is that around the same time as her childhood sighting, Susie found an old doll buried in her parents' garden. Was that the doll of the little boy? She is still investigating. She's still searching for answers. And she says that seeing another apparition, which was an old woman she saw in an abandoned mansion last year, confirmed for her that what she saw as a child was real. And you can actually follow her own ongoing journey on the channel, Fort Spooky. So she sent me, let me see if I can pop this on the screen for you guys. She has sent me a picture of the doll that she found in the garden around the same time. I think it was about the same week that she saw the boy. So let me just get you that picture, see what you guys think, and then you can rate it on the spookometer level. So, where's the picture gone? Where's the picture? Here we go. Here's Susie's doll. That's the doll that she found in the garden. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a spooky one, that. What does everybody think? Oh, hang on. What am I doing here? There we are. I'm back. So dolls can be spooky. They can. Yeah, number 9 on that one, Diane. Yeah, I did think that was a bit. And she doesn't live that far away from me, to be honest. She's in Lincolnshire. Michael, 8. Yeah, that story is extra scary, and all the information and the doll. I know, the doll. So I mean, she said she might try and join the chat, so you might be able to chat to her at some point. I think this has sort of sparked a bit of an interest in the paranormal for her. And now she's gone on this sort of quest to try and get more answers about, because of this experience she had at her parents' house. The doll does look ancient. Yeah, it's obviously, it was well in the ground. 1 for you on that one, Malcolm, was it? I thought a frozen Charlotte. And funnily enough, I'm not going to give too much away, but there is a frozen Charlotte coming up in one of my videos soon. Very spooky. You saw a very low-flying UFO in a park. Ooh, where was this park, James? Did anybody else see it? Oh, hello, Fort Spooky. Right, so I'm just going to show you Susie's. This is Susie from Fort Spooky. So this is the lady that found that doll after seeing the apparition of the little boy on her landing. Oh, what am I doing here? Yeah, number 8 on that one. Yeah, I think it would. Yeah, you'd want answers, I think, wouldn't you? RF Hemswell does have a few. Kevin, I have done a video. I don't know how new you are to the channel. I did RAF Hemswell a few months back, And it's a bit spooky in some of those hangers. So it just says you giving it a 9. Action Man, yeah. It was a bit of, yeah. I think the fact that it's got no head doesn't help, does it really? So are we ready for another ghost story? And this is the last one. I've saved just 3 for you this evening. Let me just, right, are we ready? And by the way, guys, let me just, I've got a little banner to put up. Oh, I've already put it up. But here we go. If you're taking any pictures or you're sharing on your stories tonight on Instagram or anything, I've made a little hashtag just in case you want to, get involved. I know, I need to steady off with this. Although it is very nice. And it is a celebration. It's a party. It's Friday night. I've only got like housework to do tomorrow, so we're all right. Anyway, how's everybody else getting on with their drinks? Not drinking as fast as me. So what do we got next? So we've got the last story. Are we ready? Okay. The last story. Give me chills, this one. This is the haunted house in Yeadon. I hope I've said that right. So this last story comes from Phil, and it is a proper working day haunting. Phil is an electrician, and years ago he was testing wiring in an empty house in Yeadon, which is near Leeds Bradford Airport. The other tradesmen warned him, though, "We don't work in this house alone. It's haunted." I think he thought it was a bit of a joke, that. So he laughed it off. He carried on, he finished the job, and he left without any incidents. 6 months later, he was called back. The new tenant's cooker was tripping the electrics. When Phil arrived, the house was transformed from the first time he'd seen it. It was decorated, it was furnished, and it was actually being lived in. He checked the wiring, but the tenant admitted she was terrified. She said she had never been able to stay there at night, that she'd been hearing loud bangs, things moving on their own, and feeling constantly watched. The final straw, her toaster flew across the kitchen. She was already arranging to move out. She'd not been in there long at all, but she was off. Phil did fix the fault. He gave her a lift to her son's place, and during that lift, he listened as she told him everything. Every noise, every shadow, every reason she couldn't call that house a home. He didn't experience anything himself, but he's in no doubt that something about that house unsettled everyone who lived or worked there. So, what do we think about that on the spookometer? From 1 to 10. So 10 being very scary. Number 1 being not very scary. Number 1, not very scary, that one, Malcolm. Oh, I'm going to have to do better finding these stories to scare you. 9, Diane. Yeah. 8.5. 7. 6 for that one. 9. I sometimes think when it's a real house, it just makes it feel, it's a little bit like the one in Pontefract, isn't it? It just makes it feel, I don't know, a little bit more. And I think Phil said to me, like, these lads that had been working on these house, these were tough working lads. They're not the sort to be scared by trivial things. And yeah, when they went off on their lunch break, they all went together. They didn't leave one of them behind. Flying toasters, yeah, I know, it's just mad, isn't it? You're giving it a 10, Bruce? Yeah, real houses. I think living with the paranormal can be very, very difficult. You won't scare me, Claire. Right, so we've had our ghost stories. I hope you've enjoyed them. Thank you to everybody that sent the ghost stories in. I'm going to get a bit more lighting on because it's soon time for cake. So bear with. I've got a little light here. Oh, it's too bright. That's what should we have? Could do different colours here. And do we want the disco lights back on? Do we want the disco lights on? Yay or nay? What we're thinking. I will let you guys decide. Oh, what cake are we having? It's a surprise. Yes, I'd love to hear your story, Diane. No disco lights. Oh, yay, disco lights. Yay, disco lights. Yay, disco lights. You might be outvoted here, Malcolm. Yeah, right. Well, disco lights are coming on. If they get too much, if it starts to do everybody's head in, just let me know and we'll turn them off. But this is a party. So, right. Cake. Time for cake. So, I did do a little post suggesting people get some cake in if they want to join in the cake ceremony that we're doing. Just love a bit of cake. So I went to Tesco yesterday. I was out filming for a Christmas video and bobbed into Tesco and I've got us a cake. Now, I tried to think of a way that I could make this so that we could all feel like we were having a piece of cake at the party. So I did do a social media post. I suggested that everybody get some cake in, or if they didn't want cake, they don't like cake, get some snacks in. So, has everybody got their snakes? No, cakes. Snakes is a mixture between snacks and cakes, by the way, in case you're not sure. So, has everybody got their cakes or snacks? So, I've got, right, here we go. So, this is the celebration for 20K. Thank you, everybody. Now, what I thought it would be really cool to do is I'm going to do a little bit of a competition. So, who's got, I do like sponge cake. Yeah, put music back on. Right, music's coming back on then. Let's have a look. We do need a bit of music. What have we got here, though? I don't know what this music's going to be like. Oh, I think this is me. This is me. This is a bit spooky, this music. If you don't like it, let me know. It's not really party music, though. Let's have the rock back on. Yeah. So, I thought I'd make this into a bit of a competition. So, if you have got snacks, cake, a drink, whatever that you have got for this party that you are enjoying with me tonight, so we can all join it together, if you can either, I've got a little thing about this, if you can either tag your pictures, if you're on Instagram, it's the.wanderlustway. So if you do it on Instagram stories and you tag me in it. Alternatively, if you're not on Instagram and you want to do it on the old FB, if you want to share your pictures, I don't know why I'm pointing forks at you, that's not very nice, is it? If you want to share it on Facebook, then Wanderlust Way with us, you can tag it onto the Facebook. Alternatively, if you don't have social media, then pop it in the YouTube community chat. I will, at some point after the party, if I'm not too drunk on mead, I will look through all your pictures and I will choose randomly one of them and you will get a prize. I will post you a prize. Now, this is the prize. Prize, you can't buy these because I've made them. The prize is a Wanderlust Way tote bag, okay, which you will get just for posting a picture. That's all you got to do, post a picture. And I'll probably put you some sweets in there as well if you want, because I've got loads of Halloween sweets. We didn't get half the trick-or-treaters we thought we were going to get because it started raining. So you'll get sweets and you'll get a bag just for sharing a photo. And I just thought it was a way of us doing it as a community, because I couldn't think of a way that we could possibly share the cake. I mean, I did consider posting it out because this is meant to feed 20 people. No, that's an exaggeration, Claire. This is meant to feed 10 people. 10 people. I've obviously never eaten at my house before. So I've got my cake. So this is my cake. I should have baked one, but I'm not really a baker. So what's everybody else got? You don't do social media. Do you do YouTube community posts? Because I think I did open it up so that other people could share stuff on there now. Fork pointer. I know, it's very... As soon as I looked. Oh, Diane, are you telling me a ghost story? I've not listened. Right, let me go up here. Let's read Diane's ghost story. Right, okay. I'm sorry, I'm not able to read all your comments so quickly. If I've missed anybody tonight, I am not being ignorant, guys. I'm really grateful for you being here. Michael, your wife's eating the cake and you've already eaten it. Must have been a good cake. So, Diane, your dad died suddenly at home of pneumonia. Oh, that's sad. A few weeks later, she was across the road waiting for the school bus. I look across to the house and there's my dad holding the curtain back and looking at me. Wow. Diane, that must have been an strange experience. As soon as I looked, he let go of the curtain and stepped back. I wasn't supposed to see him. Oh, that's given me goosebumps, that, Diane. How did you feel about that? I suppose if that was me, I would think that at least he was still with me. Have you seen him again, Diane, or is it just that? Was it just that time? 10 people don't think so. Don't think what? What, David? What am I missing here? 10 people don't think so. Is it the background music? Is it annoying? Do you want me to get? Shall we lose the background music? 10 people. Oh, is this a joke that I'm not in on? Probably. Social media has. Right, I do not know how you post a picture on YouTube. However, somebody did go and visit the Husker Pit the other day, and I saw that they'd put some photographs on of the memorial. So it's definitely possible. I just don't know how you do it. Off back to Tenerife very soon. There's a shop in Los Cristianos does apple pie laced with cinnamon to die for. It's fine. Didn't frighten me at all. Never saw him again, but I thought I heard him in the house. Oh, it sounds like he's watching over you, Diane. Well, I'm glad you were fine about that. Perfume the day after she died. Yeah, smells is definitely a common thing. We had something similar with my mother-in-law. When she died, we could smell smoke for a few weeks after. You do like my framed picture? Oh, this was from Gran Canaria. Yeah, I went round the market. I did actually video it. I don't know why I haven't videoed. So, yeah, we went to the market in Gran Canaria, Port de Mogan, and bought these posters and framed them up. Yeah, it did. It is a very spooky story, that, Diane. That pit freak. Yeah, it's a sad story, that Husker Pit. Right, let's move on to something a little bit more jolly, because this is a party after all. So I will look forward to seeing your snacks and cakes. And if you haven't got snacks and cakes, then just send a picture of, I don't know, you and your gym jams or whatever. However you're watching this party. So whoever was watching the videos in October, everybody that commented, some of you will know that I did a competition. So everybody that commented had their name put in a hat. Well, I didn't have a hat big enough, so I just got a gift bag. So everybody's name is in this hat. Whoever's name I pull out tonight. So if you commented in October, your name is in that hat. If you win, if I pull your name out, you are getting a Wanderlust water bottle, which these are limited edition because I think I had 25 made. Some of them have sold. I was just testing out merch to see how it'd do. And this is a Wanderlust Way water bottle. Now, these are $19.99, including UK postage. I know that does sound a little bit expensive, but I wanted to go for quality because I wanted something. I'm not one of these people that likes to throw lots of stuff away. So I wanted something that was going to last. And they do keep hot drinks hot and cold drinks cold. So they're really, really solid. Bruce has got one and he'll vouch for it. So you win a Wanderlust Way water bottle and you win a tote bag, which I showed you earlier. And there's the same tote bag that you will win if you win the competition on posting your pictures of your cake and your snacks. So let's find out who has won the October competition. So this is like being back at school raffle when I was a kid. Right, we're ready. I'm going to try and I feel really guilty when I pick somebody, because then I feel sorry for everybody else. Right, ready. I've got one and I've not looked. It is Rick Shaw 2779. Rick Shaw 2779. I don't know if Rick's watching. I do recognise the name, so I think he's commented on quite a few videos. Don't think he's from the UK, actually. Anyway, Rick, get in touch and I will get your goodies posted off to you ASAP. I think I might do another competition again soon, so keep tuned for that. And oh no, cancer! Oh no, I'm sorry about this. I'm just catching up with comments here, guys. Sounds like you guys are. I'll let you guys just keep talking to yourself. What's the cake like? I ain't tried the cake. I imagine it's just a normal sponge with jam. It's nice. It's nice. It's just like normal icing, a normal sponge cake. I'm sure that homemade cakes that you guys are having will be much better. But it's nice. It's sweet. I think I might have some more mead now. So I've done the light mead. Now I read online that obviously the different varieties is all to do with the way they spice it, because mead comes from honey. Apparently it first came from honey and water dripping through honeycomb, or rainwater dripping through honeycomb. That's how they found it. So I'm just going to have a little bit of a smaller one for this one. So this is the dark mead. I'll read it to you because that'll tell you better. Lindisfarne Mead Dark is a vatted blend of honey, locally drawn water, fermented grape juice, and neutral spirits. The river, which for much of its length I can't read this. It's not the mead, it's my eyesight. The border between Scotland and England flows into the sea only 8 miles north of the holy island of Lindisfarne. So, yeah, I think they follow the traditional recipes that the monks used to follow. So I feel like I'm going back in time. Mead goes back centuries. Yes, I said at the beginning, it is older. I got a fun fact sheet somewhere. It's older than wine and beer, which I was really surprised at because I thought beer was very old. I've got a good head for history. Do you know, funnily enough, David, I hated history at school. I absolutely couldn't stand it. And then as I got older, I started reading about the Tudors, and that I was really a bit obsessed with them. And then I just started reading about more stuff. And then I stopped reading normal books and just read history books. How much mead have you drank? Not a lot, actually. I've had a little bit of the normal one, and I've still got a bit left. And then I'm on to the dark one. But it is a party, and it is Friday night, so. Sloshed, yeah, probably. I thought this was meant to be a party, everyone. You seem like such a sincere and dear spirit, Mama. Oh, thank you, James. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you watching from so far away. I do wear glasses. I do. Not reading glasses, contact lenses. I can read far away. I can read close up, I can't read far away. My friend, one of my best friends is an optician. She'd kill me for not knowing how you say that. Housework tomorrow. Yeah, housework tomorrow. Right, okay. So we've got a game now. So the game, I've got a bit of a pun on words here. Who knows what this yeah. So yes. It is called Quid Pro Quo. So if you've ever watched Silence of the Lambs, it's one of my favourite films. The bit where Clarice Starling goes to speak to Hannibal Lecter, and she comes in and she's like, "Oh, will you help us solve this murder?" and he's like, oh, quid pro quo. I ask you things, you ask me things. So I thought, I know lots of people have been saying, can we have some question and answer sessions? So I thought, well, it's not very fun, you all just asking questions about me, because you'll soon get bored doing that. So let's have quid pro quo. So you can ask a question about me, but in return, I'm going to ask a question to you. And they're not going to be normal questions. So if anybody would like to ask a question about anything, as long as it's not rude, then fire away, and I will answer honestly, and then I will ask you a question. It is a brilliant film. Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster, both excellent. Who is the other one? What do you mean that? What do you mean? Sorry, John, I'm a bit thick tonight. What do you mean? Who is the other? Is that a question for me? What was your first concert? This is really embarrassing because, James, I have never, ever been to a concert, and I love music, and I got tickets to Eminem when he was supposed to be coming to the UK. This is back in, must be 2005, something like that. And I was so excited, and he cancelled, and that would have been my first concert. And then I've never ever booked any more. And I'd love to go. And I don't know why I haven't been to a concert. So I do need to, I'd love to do that. So James, I'm going to ask you a question now because it's your turn. And you guys can answer as well if you want to. So question is, if you could ask a ghost one question and get an honest answer, what would you ask? So that's your question. If you could ask a ghost a question and get an honest answer, what would you ask them? So that's aimed at you really, James, but if anybody else wants to answer, they are welcome to. E17. It's a blast from the past. See them every Christmas. They always pop up, don't they, in their little snow hoods. You've never been to a concert? I'm not great with crowds. No, I'm not great with crowds either. You would ask if they were the... Is that cut off? I would ask if they were the... What's it like being dead? Yeah, that's a good question. When I was growing up, my best friend at primary school, we always used to say, if one of us dies, we promised each other that the other would come back and haunt the other and tell them what happens. But touch wood, we're both still here. Wow, Phil, I bet that was amazing. The Eagles. You'd ask if you had any unfinished business and could I help you in any way? Yeah. Did you die here? So, James, I would ask if they were the actual spirit of the person or another type of being assuming the image of that person. That's a really good question. I like that. Yeah. I would ask, what age are you from? Why are they here? Yeah. What's it like being dead? Yeah. Don't like people much, not being funny. That's life, innit? I told a friend I was going to haunt her. Yeah. I think that's what friends would do, isn't it? Have you met God? Yeah, that's a good question. I think a ghost would ask me a question. Yeah, good answers there, guys. Good answers. Right, I've got quite a few questions. So if anybody wants to ask me another question, fire away, and I will give you one in return. A question, that is. I would ask the ghost, why is he a ghost? That's good. Joke about haunting people when I die. I'm going to have so much fun. Yeah, I've got a list of people I'm going to haunt. Do you ever feel hungry or thirsty? Oh, gosh, can you imagine that? An never-ending thirst or hunger. That would be torture. I'm bad when I wake up first thing in the morning and I've not had my toast. So, has anybody got a question for me? And then I will give you a question. Here's one. My celebrity crush. Oh, I've got to be careful because my husband's sitting in the next room. My celebrity crush, I think I'm allowed to say this because I think he already knows this one, is Tom Hardy. So that's it. So who asked that then? It was David. Right, David, are you ready? Here's your question. Okay. Right, David. Which period of history fascinates you the most and why? Which period of history fascinates you the most and why? And anybody can answer that, but David has to answer that because that's part of the deal. You. I'm going to haunt my cat. Oh, poor cat. Hello, AD in next room. Yeah, he's checking the Wi-Fi and everything's working all right for us. I think he's on here somewhere. I think I saw him. That's AD, RTID, Doncaster Rovers, RTID. So I've asked my question. Tudor period. I think Tudor period is fascinating. Yeah, it is. It's an interesting one, and it's definitely what got me thinking about history. 1940s, 1950s, the war and all that jazz. Yeah, it's funny. I had this conversation with my friend the other day, and we were saying how many people are interested in the 40s and the music and the costumes. And I don't know why. We were saying, why is that? And I said, do you think it's maybe because if you believe in reincarnation, is it because that's the most likely time you would have been reincarnated? Because obviously there's a lot of life lost in that period. I don't know. I'm not a reincarnation expert, but it's just something we were mulling over the other day too, and eating cake. I don't know, AD, you've not come in. I said to him earlier, I said, you can come in and have some cake if you want. He said, no, you've got all that cake to eat to yourself. So, AD, if you want to come in and have cake, you are more than welcome. Sorry, I'm like, hi, Sue, nice to see you. Oh, you are good going to the gym on a Friday night. I could do with some motivation like that. I think you've said that before about being an Elizabeth Woodville descendant. That is fascinating. They did a great show on that. What was it called? It was a little bit fictional. What was it called? It portrayed her as being a witch. Can't remember what it was called. It was very good. There was about 4 or 5 parts in it. 50s and 60s. Yeah, I do love the music. I did say you couldn't have your cake and eat it, AD. That is right. The White Queen. Yes, that is what it was called. That was it. I really enjoyed that. I might try and find that on catch up, see if I can watch that again. I don't know. I can't remember now how historically accurate it was, but I remember thinking, you are fit, Claire. Don't mind me saying Jim and that walking. Me and Ada we keep trying to go to the gym. We've got membership, so that's a start, isn't it? I do like Roman history. Yeah, the Roman army. There is so much Roman history around. Have you been to York, Bruce? Because there is a lot of Roman history, and there's Roman ghosts in York as well. English Civil War. That is a fascinating period. Lucy Worsley did get documentaries on Tudor periods. Yeah. There's quite a lot of Tudor dramas. Hiya, Dave. How's your concert going? Is the music loud? Philippa Gregory books. She had to fill in the blanks for sure. Yeah, I think I've got a few Philippa Gregory books. What gets me sometimes though with those books is they're a little bit fictionalized as well, aren't they? So I end up getting confused with what's real and what's not. But I do like them. I do. They're very. I mean, I'm a really slow reader. That's the only trouble. So it takes me months to finish a book like that. What about a witch lady? I don't know. Victorian era. Yes. The Victorian era is fascinating. How they built the infrastructure, the railways. Yeah. They didn't stop, did they, the Victorians? They just. How many books have I got? Oh, I have to keep getting rid of some because I've just got too many. I wouldn't like to say. I haven't got a clue. I bought another bookcase the other day from IKEA, and yeah, nearly filled it. So, right, have we got? I've got Matt's got a question here, right, Matt? So this is quid pro quo. So if you've asked me a question, I get to ask you one. Of all the places you've done videos on, told brilliant ghost stories, if you given the chance of doing a paranormal investigation, where would it be? That's a great question. Right. I am going to say, oh, this is a difficult one. I think, and this is not, I didn't really talk about this from the ghost side of things so much during the video, but I did get a bit spooked. So Bishop's house is it classed as Sheffield? It's an old house that used to be in the park, and it's free to go. It's a great little piece of history. They've tried to keep it as historical as possible, and there's lots of original features and things. I got really, I mean, Adi came with me to that one, and we were walking through the rooms. He doesn't really get spooked. There was one room I couldn't even go in it. I could not even go in this particular room. So I would love to know if there is something in there. It's a really old video. It was one of my very first videos I did on the channel, where I still find it my feet. So I have shared a little bit of history in it, and there's witch marks in there as well, which is quite interesting. Chillingham Castle would be, and lots of people have asked me if I'm going to go and film at Chillingham, but so many other content creators have done it. And I'm going to be honest, they're probably going to do it better than me, because they've got all the gear and they've got big teams with them. And I just don't know if I can compete with that. But it would be good. Right, are you ready for your question then, Matt? So let's have a look. What have I got then for you? Quid pro quo. This is a good one. What's one historical mystery you wish we could solve in our lifetime? So what's one historical mystery you wish we could solve in our lifetime? So it is aimed at Matt, but anybody can answer. Let's have a look. You saw my first video yesterday. Oh, wow. Thank you, David. I can't watch them. Sometimes I try and watch them back to see how much it's changed. And I think, oh, come on, Claire. It's a bit. Been to Oakwell Hall, Birstall. There's a spooky place supposed to be haunted. No, I haven't been there. The Two Princes in the Tower. Yes. I'd love to know what happened there. Yeah. I did read an article actually earlier today, but there's so many things, isn't there, now? You just don't know what's true and what's not true. Jack the Ripper crimes. That would be a good one. There's lots of people believe they know who that was. Jack the Ripper, yeah. I'm waiting for Matt, because he asked me the original question, so... Oh, thanks, David. Clophill Church ruins in Bedfordshire. Did you tell me about that before, Stephen? You guys are great, because you keep coming up with places that I can go and visit, and I jot them all down. I've got a little notepad on my computer, and I jot everywhere down, and I've got a big map on my office wall, and I've pinned everything. So if ever I'm in that area, I'll go and check it out. Obviously, I don't know if I've said it before to you, but I do have to get permission before I go and film inside places if they are owned privately, because in the future I could get into trouble. So I just have to, sometimes people suggest places and then I contact. If it's National Trust, it's not going to happen. Like it shouldn't, they want big money to film inside those places. So, but ruins are usually okay. I'll be back going for a pee and get some beer. Yeah, get some beer, David. This is a party. That's reminded. So we've still got the mead on the go. Dark mead. It's not strong, guys. It's 14%. Have I been to the Oxford Story? That's worth a visit. No, I don't think I have. I've got lots of adventures to go on. I have to. Lord Lucan. Yeah. Did you watch that documentary, Diane, on Lord Lucan? It wasn't, was it Netflix? This guy, it was his mother that Lord Lucan had killed. And he basically made it his lifetime mission to track him down. And they went all the way to Australia, I think it was. And they think they found him. Yeah, and it did look like him. Yes, about Prince Albert, Victor possibly being Jack. Yeah, I have heard about that rumour. One of our followers, one of our members, Dan DeLench, he's got a really good theory about Jack the Ripper. Historical mystery question. Is the Turin Shroud a fake? I don't know. Possibly. Right. Has Matt answered? Or has he disappeared now? Has he asked his question and then done a runner? Oh, that's breaking the rules of quid pro quo. Newcastle haunted or the Roman ruined in Shields. Yeah. Do you think? Right, I will move on because I don't want to keep you all night. So hopefully Matt will get back to us at some point. But if anybody else has a question for me, question and answer session, then they can ask it, but they are meant to answer one back in return. Quid pro quo. So William Gull was thought of being Jack the Ripper. There are so many suspects for Jack the Ripper case. It's fascinating. Pendle Hill Witches' Tales. Do you mean, Matt, that you want to know whether the Pendle Witches... Sorry, I'm a bit lost on that one. Are UFOs real? Phil, I'm going to say yes, but I'm going to say we probably don't quite understand. And I think some sightings might not be extraterrestrial. I think they might be government. But there's lots of people that have seen strange things. And somebody in my family whom I trust completely, and I won't say who it is because I don't know if they want this to be public, a long time ago, maybe like 40 odd years ago, they lived somewhere very remote and they were looking out of their kitchen window and they saw a flying saucer with lights around it. And they were like, what on earth is going on? And they rang their neighbour who was just down the road, and her house also backed onto this field. And they rang them and they said, look out your window. And she saw the same thing. And this person wouldn't lie. So, and they said it was just like a flying saucer that you would see in the even in ET, say, and and then it just went off. So there's definitely something there, Phil, that we don't quite know. Whether the government know, I don't know, but I'm not getting into that because I don't want my channel taken down. So, Phil, you've had a question. So let me give you a question. Quid pro quo. Is there a historical figure you feel was misunderstood or unfairly forgotten? Bit of a difficult one, that, isn't it? I wrote these the other morning. I thought they were good, and then now I'm reading them on a Friday night. They're quite tricky. Is there a historical figure you feel was misunderstood or unfairly forgotten? You back, are you, David, with your beer? Who's got a bit of a lisp? Gunpowder Plot on the BBC4 the other night. Is that the old one, Stephen? I think you're talking. Are you talking presenters? Are you talking about Batman? You think Batman was missing? Yeah, he's misunderstood, isn't he, Batman? Bless him. Kept Gotham safe as well. We've had that one, Malcolm. Do I believe in UFOs? And I do, yeah. But I think there's a little bit more to it than what we think. So, I'll give Phil time to answer that question. If anybody else wants to answer the question about who, I've deleted the question now, who in historical do you think's been misinterpreted? Oh, it is a hard one. Yeah, I'll leave you to think about that, Phil, and we'll move on to another one. So if anybody else has a question, what's your favourite meal? Oh, thanks, Adi. So Diane's asked that. And I know why Adi's brought this one back up, because he knows I won't be able to choose, because I do like me grub. My favourite meal, it really depends what mood I'm in. I do like steak and chips. Steak, chips, peppercorn sauce. I think if I was on death row, that's probably what I'd go for. Yeah. So Diane, quid pro quo. You've asked me what my favourite meal is. I'm going to ask you. Let's get rid of the ghost stories. No, let's get rid of the mead facts. I'll just give you one more fact about mead. Oh, this is quite a cool fact, actually. I know I'm dripping onto something else. Apparently, mead is where we get the word honeymoon, because newlyweds were traditionally given enough mead for one moon cycle, which was about a month, and that was to bring them happiness, fertility, and good fortune. So honeymoon originates from mead. So that's just a little bit of useless information you might get on a pub quiz one night. So Diane, if you could go on a road trip through history, which 3 places would you stop first? So I'm thinking, like, would you go ancient Rome, Pompeii? Where would you go, Diane? 3 places. And if anybody else wants to answer, they are welcome to answer. Just feel free. Prawn fried rice or a chicken korma. Oh, it's making me hungry. A Sunday roast with Yorkshire pudding. Oh, yeah. See, this is the thing. I struggle to choose me. A good curry. I like a good curry as well. There's not much food I don't like, to be honest. Jerusalem. That would really be an interesting one to go to. I learn something new as well every day, Bruce. Every day is a school day. It really is. Keep an open mind about flying saucers. I think with all that sort of stuff, it is best to keep an open mind. There's so much conflicting information. And it is something I got a little bit obsessed about when I was younger. Not too much now. I have got a few books in the back of my mind that I'm going to be reading next year. So, sorry, I'm just reading your comments. I'm sorry if I've missed anybody. Vindaloo, you're brave, David. Ancient Egypt. It's so long ago, isn't it? And it seems like they were so far advanced. And it seems like we've gone a little bit backwards. You're still young. Thanks. Hampton Court in its day. Versailles. Yes. Salem. Yes. Oh, wow. Your 11th great-grandmother was the last arrested witch. Oh, my goodness. Gosh, you've got a lot of historical connections in your family then. Blimey. Versailles, though, yeah, definitely. I'd love to. Apparently, though, I mean, we went to Versailles about 8 years ago. It was amazing. It was chucking it down, but it was amazing. Gardens were amazing. But apparently, it was really stinky. So I don't know. I would like to go back, but I'd have to put a peg on my nose. Which food didn't you like as a child, but you eat today? There's a few things I didn't. I went through a stage as a child where I would only eat chicken nuggets and chips. That went on for about a year. But I wouldn't eat mushrooms. I wouldn't eat tomatoes. I didn't like vegetables. There's like swede I didn't like. But I eat them all now. Yeah, I pretty much eat everything now. Ancestry is a great website. Yeah, I could fall down a rabbit hole on that, ancestry.com. My mother-in-law was a witch. Really? I bet if we all go back quite far, I bet we'll all have something. There was a lady that commented the other day, and she was related to, what's his name from the Pendle Witch Trials? Robert Noel, I think that was his name. He was the guy that trialed the Pendle witches. Here's one. Do you get no? Of course I don't get recognised, David. Nobody would recognise me. Not that famous. Right. Here we go. Phil's got his answer. Enoch Powell. He was branded a Nazi for being passionate about his own country in the future. Moving on, you can't beat a good Indian meal, especially mixed kebab starter. Oh, mixed kebab starter. Oh, yes. Right then. So are we having that question from David as the question then? Do I get recognised? I sometimes feel it a bit weird that there's like 20,000 people now watching and I don't really know any of you. And I could walk past you in the street and I wouldn't know. And if you do walk past me in the street, do say hello, because that'd be nice. But it probably might freak me out a little bit. Okay, David, are you ready? So we've done the road trip through history. Which places would you stop at? So, David, if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be? Can you have a thought? Go on then, Diane. Dublin, when my mum was a little girl. Oh, you'd go and see her. That's lovely. That is lovely. So David's question was, if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, sorry, I keep forgetting what I've wrote. If you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be? And anybody can answer that, but David has to answer that. That is the rule of the game, quid pro quo. You'd recognise me. Ah, thanks, love. For me, it's chill out. Chill out, yeah. Advice for yourself, yeah. I think when you're younger, as you get older, you do chill out a little bit more, don't you? Or you try to. I think you realise it's not such a big deal, is it? Behave at school. Stop drinking. Oh, is that advice to me as well, David? You've just got another beer. I bet your channel gets more views. My former radio show. I don't think so, Stephen. I bet your radio show was awesome. What sort of music did you play? What sort of radio show was it? Don't live in the past. That is an excellent one. I like that. My answer is believe in yourself more. Yes, Diane, believe in yourself more. I'm going to show you something now. So this is my positive potato that I keep by my desk. This isn't my office, by the way. This is just the dining room, but I always have him with me. My positive potato. So it's a little bit like what Diane was saying. So he says, I might be tiny potato, but I believe in you. Go do your thing. So we all get days of self-doubt, don't we? And I think if that's like you, get yourself a positive potato. My mum bought me this when I was on a bit of a downer. And positive potato does work. So that I love that advice, Diane. Yeah. Believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, get yourself a positive potato. Always late to the bloody. Don't worry, Wayne. Better late than never. Fashionably late, we should say. Fill your glass up, Claire. Well, actually, so when we're only on the 2nd. So that was the dark mead. We've done the light mead. And finally, as we get towards the end of the party, we'll do the elderflower mead, which hasn't even been opened yet. I'm going to be honest with you, these have been in the cupboard for yonks. Adi was like, we just get them drank. Who am I adding? So, elderflower mead. And this does say, ideal as a gentle dessert wine. Might be a bit sweet. Or to utilise for refreshing long spritzer style liberation. So I presume it's just going to taste exactly the same, but with a little bit of elderflower in it. It's probably better in summer. I'll let you know what it's like. Nice nails. Thank you. Thank you. Will we have more lives? David, have you answered your question? Oh, yes, you did. It was stop drinking, wasn't it? Yeah, thank you. So I'll let you ask that. Will we have more lives, Claire? I don't know. I don't know. If you want more lives, I'll try. Sometimes I don't know whether I'm just going to keep waffling on a little bit and you'll all get fed up. I might do one at Christmas. That might be fun. And I will do one if we hit 50K, because I think that's the next benchmark. So these all smell the same. You can buy these on Amazon, by the way. You don't have to go all the way to Lindisfarne. Oh, that's nice, that one. It's not as sweet, actually. Don't forget paracetamol. I'll be fine, Phil, honestly. Don't worry about me. Another right. So we've got another question here. Right, James, yeah, but you will you can ask the question. Oh, I've just realized I can pop it on the screen. There we go. What is the story behind the tattoo on my right? So my right arm. So here we go. I have always loved crows, ravens. I got into them when I first watched The Crow, which is the film with Brandon Lee. Got a bit obsessed with it then. And then I got obsessed with it again when Vikings came out. And then I got obsessed with it again when I found out Charles Dickens had ravens. And I just think they're amazing, amazing birds and so clever and really underestimated. And there's a lot of mythology and folklore surrounding them. And I always feel better when they're around. So that's why I got the tattoo. I've got a few tattoos, but that is probably, you guys will see that one more because it's on my arm. So I get to ask you a question. Right, okay, James. Are we ready for your question? It is. If you could suggest a location for a future episode on the Wanderlust Way channel, where should I go? Where do you reckon I should go? This is just me, just researching, really, using this as an opportunity to get some ideas. I'm not showing all my tattoos, David. It's not that sort of channel. It is amazing film, The Crow. Does she? Your daughter has a tattoo of a raven. I think they're quite popular, to be honest, Diane. They are beautiful, Tracy. No, I'm only joking, David. I've got one on my arm, which is sometimes my family think it's a bit butch. It says Memento Mori. It's Latin. It's basically means it's a skull. It's a meditating skeleton, a meditating skeleton. Memento Mori, which means basically we're all going to die, so enjoy your life. That's what that means. And then I've got a mountainscape on my back because I did have a dinosaur footprint. That was my very first tattoo when I was about 15 and feeling rebellious. And then I got that covered up with a flower that looked more like a Demogorgon from Stranger Things. And then I recently, last year, got it covered up into a mountainscape. Oh, and I've got not a pineapple. No, I haven't got a pineapple. I've got a palm tree on my leg as well. I do like tattoos, but they can be a bit addictive. So, has James answered his question? Sorry, I'm waffling again. James's question. So, just a reminder, James's question was if you could suggest a location for a future episode. Right, I'm going to write this Oakwell Hall down, Philip. I do think you've mentioned it before, so I think I have already got it written down. Oakwell Hall. I'm jotting it down. I've got a pen and everything. I'm so organised. Who brings a pen to a party? I know. 15 rebel. Yeah. I was a bit of a rebel. See crows quite often. I love to see them. I do love to see them. The crow was wicked. Oh, did you? I bet that was a great Halloween costume. When I first watched The Crow, I got myself a black leather trench coat and just used to walk around. I was about probably 14, probably around the time I got my dinosaur tattoo. And I just walked around in that. I thought it was so cool. And I really wasn't. Just looked like an idiot. Every time you get a new tattoo, you say it's your last. I know, what is it about tattoos? They're just a bit addictive. You've never had the nerve for a tattoo. Don't get one, Bruce, because when you start, you will not stop. Skirrid Inn or Bodmin Jail. Yeah, at Bodmin Jail, I saw, there's another channel called Walk With Me, Tim, and I saw it, I think it was before I even had a YouTube channel, and I watched his episode on Bodmin Jail. I was like, oh, I need to go there. That's fab. Chillingham Castle. Yeah, I know. I need to go. I'll try. Hi. Oh, right. Here we go. James. Hi, Claire. Let's pin his comment. Highclere Castle, Downton Abbey. If you could get the permission. There's also a raven who sometimes marches up and down my front yard like a guard. Oh, wow. Oh, Charles Dickens. Yeah. I'm a huge Dickens fan. Right. I will ask. I will email them about down. Is it haunted? I mean, does anybody want to see it? If it's not, I've noticed a lot of the people on this channel at the moment, they're only liking the spooky stuff. So I don't want to put loads of time and effort into videos that aren't going to go do well. But if you guys want to see Downton Abbey and I'm allowed to film in there, then I'll try. So, how many questions have we got left? Let's have a little look. Right, I have got 3 questions left in the quid pro quo game. So you have got 3 opportunities to ask me a question. And then we're moving on to something else. They say it's haunted. Right, James. Sold. It's haunted. I'm making a note. It's haunted. There was another spin-off of The Crow. Yeah, they did a new version of The Crow recently, didn't they? But I haven't watched it because I just can't bring myself to watch it because I'm so upset about Brandon Lee. Hiya, Hugh. Nice to see you. I have had a good week, actually. It's not been too bad. We did a little bit of filming yesterday. Got a bit more to do. Whatever you do, we watch. Thank you. Is it shit? Yeah, I thought it might be. That's why I've not given it a go. No, I won't watch I like the Christmas. I think we've had this conversation before, Bruce, about which Christmas Carol film you prefer. Did you say The Muppets? Am I right in saying you said? Am I imagining that? Have I dreamt that? Right. Have we got a question? Have you ever caught a ghost on video? That's a great question. Okay. So, no, I haven't. I did share a photograph on the Facebook page a while ago where I took a photograph it was in France and I was quite young and we'd gone into this dungeon in this castle and I did take a photograph and it was a bit strange. And that is what started my obsession with, I think that's what started my obsession with is the ghosts. But I've the photos on my Facebook page, but I haven't caught anything on video, not that I'm aware of. There's been a few strange noises and sounds cut out, but not actually. I've not seen an actual ghost on video. So let's throw your comment, and now you get your question. So, principal photography. Would you rather have all the money in the world or all the knowledge in the world, and why? And what would you actually do with it? That's quite a good question. I'm quite proud of myself thinking that. Would you rather have all the money in the world or all the knowledge in the world, and why? What would you do with it? Ah, you have caught a ghost on video. I get quite a lot of emails, actually, people sending me stuff, photographs and videos. But I am not an expert in photography and working out whether something's genuine. You'd rather have all the money, would you, David? That's interesting. Why? What would you do with it? Love the thumbnail. Jaws hoodie. Oh, Jaws. Jaws is one of my favourite films. In fact, this is my mobile, which I film most of my videos on. Jaws. So I feel sometimes when I'm going around filming in all these posh places and I'm there, nobody approaches me because they're just like, oh, it's a Jaws fan. She'll be all right. Knowledge, spread it. Yeah. You'd have knowledge to spread. That's a good one. You'd spend it, David. What would you spend it on, though? I take all the money and get me the knowledge I like. That's clever, that. Sneaky, Foggy Mountain Witch. I suppose you could. You could go and take the money and then go on loads of courses, couldn't you? Or buy loads of books. More money, more problem. Sometimes it does look like that way for some people. So we're waiting for Principal Photography to answer that question. In the meantime, everybody else is welcome to answer that question. Booze, women, woo. Okay, but I think you should listen to your own advice from earlier where you said no more drinking. So then you won't need the money. Booze, woo. Foggy gonna hire a private. Yeah, you could hire a private tutor. That'd be great. I've loved all the ghost stuff you do. I run an investigation team 2004 to 2018, and we caught a very strange picture, which many have said was a ghost of the infamous. Oh. Sorry, David, I will just say it as I see it. I'd take the money and travel the world taking photos. Oh, yeah, that would be nice. Yes, I like that. I do like that. Where would you go first? Private tutor would be great, yeah. So how many, while we wait for, Principal Photography to tell us where he would go first on his little adventure, I have 2 more questions to ask. So you guys can ask me a question and then I'm going to ask you a question. Still got this mead facts up here. I'll just give you another fact about mead. I just love it. So obviously mead comes from honey comes from bees. Some legends say that bees were thought to be messengers between the living and the divine, so honey was seen as a gift from the gods. I'm going to shut down my facts about mead now because I could go on all day about it. Japan, yes, that is a great choice. We've been looking at Japan for a few years now, but it's just a little bit pricey. It just looks fascinating. All the vending machines, they look really, really cool. And the fact that their train system is just, well, it's just not like here, is it? So, question, right? Okay, Diane. Which superpower would you like to have and why? Okay, I've thought about this a lot. And sometimes, you know, when you wake up in the middle of the night and it's like 3 a.m, you sat there thinking random stuff. This is the sort of thing I mull over. So I would definitely like to fly. That is something that I've thought about doing since I was younger. And I used to dream about flying all the time. But then as I got older, I thought, well, I might be quite tired. So I probably wouldn't fly very far. So then I thought I'd like to have like super hearing so that I could hear conversations that were going on like in other rooms. But then I thought that might get a bit too much and might freak me out. So then I thought X-ray vision. But then I thought that might be a bit pervy. So then I went back to flying. So one of those, probably the reading minds and thoughts. Yeah, that would be a good superpower. Why would I like to do it? Because if I could read people's minds, so if somebody was going to do something terrible, like, well, even like that, what happened on the train, I could report it before it happened and I could stop like terrible things happening. Oh, teleportation, that would be good. Yeah, I could do that as well. That would be good. Pod hotels, I know, they look amazing, don't they? Freeze to death, flying too low. Yeah, knowing my luck, I'd end up flying into a tree or something. I don't try to be funny, David. I'm not trying to be funny. Just which of the, well, hang on. Diane, I've got to ask you a question first. Right. Oh, I like this one. If you had to be haunted by, oh, hang on. So sorry, everybody. I've got to pin Diane's question so everybody knows where we are. Right, here's Diane's question. So, Diane, my question to you, quid pro quo. If you had to be haunted by a celebrity ghost, who would you choose and why? I thought that was quite a good one. Which of the many alleged haunted airfields in Lincolnshire you visited left you with a strong feeling that there was a genuine supernatural feeling there? And why? Look, they all had different feelings, the airfields. Colby Grange was really creepy for me, but other people have said they've been there and they've not experienced anything. I felt like I was being watched the whole time I was there and I shouldn't be there. And Strubby made me feel really emotional. I nearly started. I'm not an emotional person. I don't cry all the time. And I did nearly cry at Strubby. So that's why I felt a bit strange there. So as Diane answered, so Diane, your question was if you could be haunted by a famous person, who would you choose? Richard Harris. He'd be a right laugh, legend. I think I'd choose Rick Mail. I love Rick Mail. I was absolutely devastated when he died. Teleportation. Reading minds is pretty naughty. You think? I don't know. It depends what people are thinking. If ever, maybe that might not be a good idea actually, David. I might steal everybody else's idea and go for teleportation. I'm just going to jump on the teleportation bandwagon. I'm going to go for that. Hi, Simon. Nice to see you. Thank you. Cheers. We've missed the toast, but we can do it again. And you've missed the cake. Anybody, by the way, that is joining halfway through, don't forget, if you want to tag your photographs of your cake, your snacks, your drinks, whatever you're doing during this live, tag them. I've got a thing here. Right, you can either tag this hashtag Wanderlust Way 20K party, or I'd probably forget that. So, oh no, that's me saying thank you to you. So the my Instagram is the.wanderlustway. So if you put it in your Instagram stories, a little picture or a video of you watching, having your party, then tag that. And then what I'm going to do, or you can do it on Facebook, Wanderlust Way with us. And then what I'm going to do is pick a winner randomly, and that person is going to win a prize. So let me go back on. So I think Diane's answered. You don't own a phone. Don't blame you, David. Freddie Mercury, because I would have loved to have met him. He was a cat person too. Ah, that's a good choice. Oliver Reed, yes. So we've got two wanting Freddie Mercury. Love Rick, but to hang out with David Bowie. Yeah, Freddie is an excellent choice. Christopher Lee. Yes. Great night this, really. Thanks, David. Thank you all for joining me. I'm enjoying it too. What is your favourite supernatural movie? Do you mean like ghost movie? Like spooky movie? Just a tablet, me. My mum always said Freddie was the gay son she never had. King, good old Freddie. I think we've got some great answers there. There is one area which I would like to see, and that's Woodchester Manor, which I believe is haunted. Yeah, I'd go. Joe, is that in the UK? No, I have not seen The Entity. I'll be honest, I haven't seen a tremendous amount of ghost stuff. Like horror movies. Adi doesn't like horror movies. He doesn't like ghost movies or anything like that. So we generally on a night, if we sit down, we'll watch something together. So we try and choose something that we'll both enjoy. So we usually watch a comedy. Let's have a look. Movie. Right. I have got one last question to ask you guys in the quid pro quo before we move on to the final game of the evening. So who has a question? But you have to be accepting of the fact that I'm going to ask you one. Our choice of spirit person to be with, and that is John Lennon. Yeah, that's a good one. Taken too soon, John Lennon. Oh. How's everybody's toast going on? Salem's Lot. I have seen that. Yeah, that is freaky. The Entity. What is The Entity about? Have I seen that? My favourite comedies. Favourite comedy movies. Right, okay, David. We'll have that question then. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Simon. Cheers. 21K now. Smashing. Dead chuff with that. Right, okay. Okay, where's John? Right, favourite comedy. Okay. Oh, he's put comedies, so I've got a bit of free range here. I am a bit cheesy. I do like Ace Ventura. I do find that funny. I know what I love. Airplane. I do like Airplane. There's it. What's it? Leslie Nielsen. I just like the old ones. That's a funny one. I don't think I've seen anything recently that's really made me laugh. No. Uncle Buck's a good one. Yeah. Which famous person would I like to meet? I would like to meet the Dalai Lama. I've always wanted to meet the Dalai Lama. So my question, and it had to be this: if you could only eat cake for the rest of your life, what type of cake would you go for? The Mask. I do like The Mask. Young Frankenstein. I don't think I've seen that. Which kind of cake would you go for? I had to say that because we'll say we've got cake. Deadpool. Deadpool is funny. Caddyshack. Is that the golf one? I'm going to have a bit of cake, actually. Has everybody still got any of their snacks left? Because I'm going to let you into a secret now. Weekend calories do not count. No? Alien or Predator? Which would you have as a bodyguard? Predator. Because he's good at hiding in the trees. And I wouldn't be in space because I just don't think that is going to happen unless I get abducted by aliens. So I think Predator is going to be better. Lemon drizzle. That reminds me of that Little Britain sketch. I have both Airplane movies. Blazing Saddles. Yes. Great film. Black Forest Gatto. I would not have thought of a Black Forest Gatto if I was thinking of cake. But now you've said it. See no evil, hear no evil. That's got that guy with the curly hair in it, hasn't it? What's his name? Have myself another drink. I think I will, Malcolm. Thank you. Right, I'm going. Well, I've tried them all now. And I'm going to say that actually the elderflower is my favourite. And I haven't had this one before. So anybody that's new, that's just joined, we've been testing out mead for research purposes. This is from Lindisfarne, the Holy Island, just off the off Northumberland, in the Northumberland coastline sort of region. Used to be brewed by monks, so we're drinking it to be historic. Alien was a disturbing film. I'm serious. Don't call me Shirley. Yeah, it's a great line. What was that other line? Yeah, Naked Gun. Brilliant. Yeah, they just don't make films as funny as that anymore. Sunday Morning. Yeah, Sunday Morning actually is it's the Shrew. If you watch the Pierpoint video, so the people from Shrewsbury Prison, when we negotiated me going and filming and everything, and they said, I said, oh, I've heard that it's haunted, and they said, yeah, if you want to come the night before, you can go round in the dark, and we've got a bit of a Halloween ghost thing going on. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. So they invited me. And then they sent me an email just before I set off. And I was going with my son, and I said to him, would you want to come to the prison? Oh, yeah, that sounds, yeah. So I said to him, oh, we're going to go the night before, and we're going to go do this little ghost walk. All right, okay, no worries. And then they sent this email saying, no, don't come if you've got heart conditions or any of there's like this long list. Don't come if you're pregnant, heart conditions, or basically if you die of fright, it's your own fault. And I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen? So it said it wasn't a normal ghost walk. It was one of those jump scare things. So I thought, do I tell him or do I not tell him? Because he might just turn around and say, I'm not coming with you, Mum. Anyway, I told him, and we went, and they weren't as bad as I thought it was going to be, one where like people jumping out of cells all the time, but it wasn't too bad, but it's quite spooky. So that's going live on Sunday, Sunday morning. Right then. Sorry I'm late, just got in from work. Have I missed anything? Nah, Michael, you've not missed, no. You've not missed the cake. You've not missed the toast. You've not missed the games we've been playing. Don't worry though, you can watch it all on catch up. But yeah, we just thank you, Michael. We are celebrating 21k now. We can just keep having toasts. This is fine. Chucky. I thought Chucky wasn't scary though. I thought it was a bit funny. Lincoln Castle in the prison wing. Yeah, a few people have told me Lincoln Castle's haunted. If the music suddenly started right now, would you dance to it? It's Thriller. Yeah. Yeah. How can you not dance to Thriller? What sport do you watch? I don't watch sport. Adi loves football. I will watch boxing sometimes if it's on. And I will go to the horse races if they're on. I know a lot of people are against it. But yeah, I'm not really into sports. 21, yeah. So are we ready for a game? So this is a new game, and I've made a little thing for you. Are you ready? Let me get rid of me. Let me get rid. Yes, where's that then? All right. Where's that then? That's what it's called. And what I'm going to do, I am going to show you some photographs from some or videos from some of the places that I have visited for the channel, and I want to see if you can guess where it was. See if you've. I'm just checking out to see if you've actually been watching. So here is the first picture in the game. Where's that then? Are you ready? It is this one. Does anybody recognize where this is from? It was one of the haunted. I've mentioned this already tonight. Do we want music, by the way? I can put some music on. If anybody wants a little bit of music, I can find some. No, Ada, you can't play because you came here with me. Music, right, let's get some music on. Oh, do we want the same one though? I want something different, don't we? What have I got? Let me just, I have to go into the YouTube library, because if I play normal music, then this video might get kicked off from YouTube when it saves for everybody else to watch later on. So let's have a look at this. Is this a no attribution, right? Okay, so I'm just going to I'll pop this one on. I don't know what it's going to sound like, but a little bit of background music for us to listen to while we're playing this game. So while I'm waiting for this to just process, I'll just give you a few clues. So this is one of the Lincolnshire's haunted airfields. I'm just playing some music for you guys. Right. Okay. One of Lincolnshire. Yeah, it is one of the. Yeah, it is. Yeah, let's do shots. Why not? Adie's giving you a clue there, guys. So it begins with C. Well, it's 2 words. C-G. It's not Metheringham. That's a good guess. This is... Did we do this in the first one or the second one, Adie? I think we did it in the first one. Cake. Cake. Shall I give you a clue? What would the clue be? It's not far from Lincoln. This is the one where it was in a remote farm, like farm field. There were poltergeist activity here, so there's been stones thrown from the top window. And what other clue can we give, Adie? Just trying to think. I've maybe made the first question a little bit too hard. Right, I probably made this a little bit too hard. So the first word is rhymes with no, it's not RAF Nocturne. It begins with C. It's something Grange, beginning with C. Yeah, Adie's just giving you a clue there, guys. Something Grange. Can you remember? I don't think I can't think of anything that rhymes with this word. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's getting close, though. You've got the first letter correct and the last letter correct. I'll tell you what, this is a big clue. Rhymes with Holby. Kate, she says, who are you calling again? Are you all right tonight, Michael? You've just got in from work. It rhymes with Colby Grange, Matt. Well done. Yes, that is correct. Colby Grange, that one was. So let's get rid of that. Right, the next one, I'm going to show you a little video of a pub. And this is a haunted pub that I visited. And I want you to, if you can guess the city, then you get like a point. So you're not going to win anything. It's just a virtual thing. But if you can guess what the name of the pub is, then that's what I'm looking for. So are you ready? Not that one. This is it. This is the pub. So do you know what that pub was? It's not the Jamaica Inn. It is haunted. And I don't know if any of you have been watching I wonder if I can do it on a little screen as well. I can try and play it again for you. The Golden Fleece. Yes, Simon, well done. It's the Golden Fleece. Does anybody know where the Golden Fleece is? What city the Golden Fleece? It is in York. Well done, Stephen. So well done, Stephen. Well done, Simon. That's the Golden Fleece. So let's get rid of that and we will go on to the next one. What? Done Colby Grange. Right, who knows where this is? Where's this place? You've been to that pub. It's a great pub. Has anybody been watching the Charlie and Daisy May Cooper? They've just done a new show where they've been going around haunted places and they went to the Golden Fleece. It's not Bolsover. No. It is Hardwick Hall, Michael. Well done. It's Hardwick Hall. Congratulations. Hardwick Hall. Hey, you guys are smashing through this game. Right, okay, so the next one is this one. So in which town? This is from one of my pit videos. It is called the Coal Widow. It's a very poignant statue, and it's in a city. Is it a city or a town? In Yorkshire. Does anybody know where you would find this statue? View from the windows. Yeah, those windows. What do they say? More glass than wall. Hardwick Hall. Barnsley, Phil. You're right. This is the Coal Widow. It was Graham Ibbotson, the sculpturist. He made this for the Oaks Colliery disaster in Barnsley. So we'll get rid of that one. And this is a bit of a Christmassy one, this one for you. So this is where we went last year for the Woucher Christmas break. It is a European city. Can anybody remember? In the city, they do this, have this shopping arcade, and in the middle, every year, they do this tree, and it's by, I can never say it, Swarovski crystal. So I'll give you a clue, it's Italy, it's in Italy. Which Italian city would you find this tree? Hardwick Hall, more windows than wall. Yeah. Milan. Yes, it is Milan. Well done. Let's get rid of that. Right. All right, are you ready? And on which royal ship would you find this? This is, I've given pretty much too much of a clue here. So whose living room was this? Good guess, Stephen. It was Milan. Yeah, Pete Paddy, it was Milan. Which you had done some churches. Oh, I don't think I've done any churches. If I do a live again, I'll try and do some more churches. It's not the... Hang on, I've got... I'm thinking... No, it's not the Belfast. No, because the Belfast is the warship. It's the Britannia. Yes, the Britannia in Edinburgh or Leith. And this would have been the Queen's living room where she entertained lots of famous people. Yeah, it was very swanky in there. They had a piano in there that Princess Diana had played. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. Right. This is a little bit of a difficult one. So, this is a video of somebody's bedroom. Not mine. Right, here we go. Start from the beginning. So this is a video of somebody's bedroom. This person is a brother. The whole family is quite famous authors. He was the brother, but he was an alcoholic, a drug addict, and he died quite young. And his sisters went on to become literary giants, shall we say. Very famous books. It's one of the very first videos that I did. They are in Yorkshire. This place is in Yorkshire. It is the Bronte sisters, but can you remember who the brother was? Because this is his room. Branwell Bronte, Michael. Well done. This is Branwell Bronte's bedroom. So, we are doing really well now, guys. So, Branwell Bronte, you're done. Right, this one, I'm going to show you, Diane might get this one. This is a hotel that I stayed at. Oh, hang on. This is the hotel that we stayed at last year. However, it's very famous because it's the world's first nature reserve. Is that right? Nature reserve. And it's a very famous person lived here. Can anybody remember what it was called? It is in Yorkshire. It's not Walton Hall, but it is still Hall on the L. You got the right letters, Phil. You've got the right letters. The guy that lived here was nicknamed the Birdman because he Yes, Adi, think of what surrounds it. Oh, yeah, that's a good clue. The guy that lived here, he was very passionate about wildlife, birds in particular, and he created this sanctuary around his home to... He built a wall, basically. He didn't drink, so he spent all his money on building this wall, and that was to protect all the wildlife that was on his property, to stop the gamekeepers getting in. Waterton Park Hotel. Yes, Phil, you're right. So well done. That's Waterton Park Hotel. But second point 4, this is the grave of the chap that lived in Waterton Park Hall, who was the bird enthusiast, the Birdman. Can you remember what he was called? Wayne Mansion Batman. It does look a bit like the Batman Mansion. I never looked whether they had underground rooms where he stored his cars. Harry Ward. AD's a Star Wars fan then. Yes, AD is a Star Wars fan. John Sparrow. It's a good guess. It's not right. It's a bit of a hard question, this, but I thought if we're getting towards the end of the quiz, so I thought we'll make it a little bit tricky. And it took us ages to find this grave. It was literally in the middle of the woods, and Walter Pigeon Birdman. Yeah. Yeah, 80s Empire Strikes Back. I'll let the boys talk Star Wars in the comments. Does anybody want a clue on who lived in Waterton Park Hotel? Well, I'll give you a massive clue. His surname is the name of the hotel. So it's somebody Waterton. Somebody Waterton. Anybody want to have a guess? Random guess. It begins with a C. His first name. Not Henry Waterton. No. Funnily enough, I'd never actually heard of this guy before we went. And we booked it because it was one of those Black Friday deals. And it was like £100 and it was amazing. It's not Clive. We're going to go through the whole C's now, aren't we, in the name book. Charles Waterton, that's right. Yes, it was Charles Waterton. But he was a fascinating character. And so we went to the hotel just because we got on a Black Friday deal and it was really good and you got spa access and stuff. And then I discovered that it used to be his house and there was all this history surrounding it. And so I did do a video on it and we spent Christmas Eve looking for this grave. Poor Adi. We just wanted to get home and get in front of a Christmas carol, but we had to find this first. So the last one in the quiz round. Are we all enjoying the quiz? Are we all enjoying it? This is the last one. And the question is, do you know which European city you would find this? And I did cover it back in the springtime. And it's not in England. It's somewhere else I visited earlier on in the year. And they uncovered this when they were doing some work underneath the city. And it's an alchemy lab. It is alchemy. Alchemia. Specular alchemy, I think they pronounce it. Prague. Yes, Diane. Well done. It is Prague. I tell you what, if you are interested in that sort of thing, Prague is the place to go. The history about that sort of thing is just incredible. So, I think, guys, we are at the end of the party. So, I hope you've all really, really enjoyed it. I'm really, really grateful for you all being here. Thank you for helping me celebrate 21k. And thank you for helping me get to 21k. Thank you for your subscribes, your likes, your comments. Thanks for getting involved. Really do appreciate it. What else have I got to say to you guys? So I've wrote a list of what I need to do. Thank you And again, Sunday's video is the ghost side of Shrewsbury Prison. So we talk about the dark history that's gone on there, lots of executions. I realised I've not scheduled the premiere yet. So just as soon as I finish this, I will schedule the premiere for Sunday morning. And then if anybody wants to get the notification set up, they can do that in advance. Thank you all. Yeah, it's a good night. Good night from you. Good night from me. Good night, John Boy. Haunted Lincoln video. Yeah, I do need to get up to Lincoln and do some haunted videos. It is on the agenda. I'm thinking New Year time because I've pretty much got Christmas planned now. Great party. Yay! Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it. Take it easy at work tomorrow, Phil. Don't forget to share your cake pictures and your snack pictures. Let me get the banner so you can see. Wanderlust way, or where's the Instagram link? There we go. There we go. So don't forget to share your cake pictures, your snack pictures. Oh, thanks, David. Yeah, I mean, this is the first live we've done on the channel, so I was a little bit skeptical about how it would go. Ta-ra, Michael. We'll see you over on Facebook at some point, I'm sure. Ah, thank you. Thank you for celebrating. See you Sunday, David. Not more beer, I hope. No more beer tonight. Bye, everyone. Bye, Diane. Bye. Thank you, Simon. You have a good weekend. Have a great weekend. Funky. What did you say? Funky party. Oh, you're welcome, Foggy Mountain Witch. I've lost that comment. Until Sunday, indeed. Until Sunday. Bye, James. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Another quiz. Yeah, I like doing the quizzes. I think they're quite fun. I might do a live stream at Xmas. Yeah, I might tell you some of my famous Christmas cracker jokes. How long have we been on? We've been on 2 hours. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've kept you for 2 hours. Oh, I have. Oh, no. Oh, we best all go to sleep now. Get over this. Yeah. Yes, Ada, in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Massive thank you, Claire, for a brilliant evening and a huge congratulations for 52k. Oh my god! I think you mean 21k, but I will try and keep up the awesome work. You guys are the ones that cheer me on. You're my little cheerleaders. Another live for Christmas, right? We're on it. Another live for Christmas. So send in your ideas over the next few days, weeks, whatever, about what you want to see in the Christmas live, and we will make it happen. Birthday comes up on the 17th. I will be 62. Should we have a party for your birthday? We could do, couldn't we, Simon? We could have a little... Yeah, think on, David. What do you want in the Christmas party? Been well worth the 2 hours. Hasn't it flown? It's absolutely just gone. See you Sunday, Malcolm. I'll send you... Yes, please send me the Biblical Ghost picture. Right, my email is hello@thewanderlustway.co.uk, or you can send me it by Messenger on Facebook if you're on Facebook. I'm not really into Christmas cake. Might have to have a chocolate Yule log or something like that. 7 weeks till... It better not be 7 weeks till Christmas. Right, I'm going now. I'm going to go and give Adi some of this cake because there's no way I'm going to eat all this on my own. So thank you, everybody. I love you all, and I will see some of you on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Take care, everyone. Bye.